Hello, my name is Amy Omer, and I'm the director of the International Children's Advisory Network. And I am so pleased to bring to you today a series that we've been working on for about a year about clinical research. And we have so many wonderful people we would like to thank. First and foremost, the kids who shared their voices to make these videos. And then secondly, a group of very special adults who spent many hours and time in putting together this learning module for kids everywhere. So without much further ado, I am pleased to present our next series of speakers to talk about the iCAN clinical research videos.
Hello, I'm Colin Hofengay. I'm Senior Vice President for Clinical and Scientific Development at the Institute for Advanced Clinical Trials for Children. In my role, I work with governmental agencies, pharmaceutical sponsors, healthcare institutions, and most importantly, patients and families to help facilitate new drugs being approved in pediatric patients. I feel really excited about my role at iCAN. My role at iCAN is to serve as the chair of the Educational Curriculum Committee, all in hopes of educating you about pediatric research. In this committee, we are fortunate to have many strong members with very diverse clinical trial and clinical research experience, all lending to help educate you. We hope to encourage you to have an interest in pediatric research because we need people like you to help us get new therapies approved. Please let us know what areas that you're curious about so we can plan our next steps. Stay tuned and there'll be more to come. I hope you enjoy our first project. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Claire Destromp and I am iCAN's Associate Specialist. This module is especially amazing because of all the collaboration that took place to create it. From working with any of our iCAN kiddos to adults to industry experts, we've curated the best information for any kiddo to learn about clinical research. We are so excited to unveil it this year, and we hope that you love it as much as we do. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Martine Delin-Jacquemin. I'm working in the Center for Pediatric Clinical Development at POA Health Science as Vice President Scientific Affairs, Pediatric Subject Matter Expert. Clinical research is paramount to get adequate medicines for children. We are to protect children through research and not from research. It is important that children become familiar with clinical research early on so that they can, with full knowledge, engage and contribute to the development of medicines for the pediatric population. Children are the future. We are to give them the tools they need to get knowledgeable. Hence, I'm very honored to have the opportunity to contribute to the development of iCAN's clinical research curriculum, hoping it will help children to better understand pediatric clinical research. I wish you will enjoy the education modules, and thank you.
Hello from the Multi-Regional Clinical Trials Center in Boston, Massachusetts. My name is Lisa Koppelman, and we at the MRCT Center love the work that iCAN is doing. We're also invested in creating educational materials by and for kids on a range of topics related to clinical research. Check out our materials at mrctcenter.org, where you'll also see a link to the iCAN videos. Thanks, everyone.
Hi, I'm Leanne West, and I'm president of the International Children's Advisory Network. I'm also chief engineer of pediatric technology at Georgia Tech, which means I build devices for use in healthcare for kids. And when I do, I want to make sure the device is safe and works for the people it will touch in the future, including the patient. Clinical trials are a very important part of drug and device development. We perform clinical trials to make sure that the devices and drugs that we develop are safe and effective, that they do what we need them to do to help make you better without causing you harm. It is incredibly important for youth to participate in clinical trials that are intended to test products being developed specifically for kids. We hope that our curriculum on understanding pediatric clinical trials helps you understand better what a clinical trial is, so that in the future, if you are ever eligible to participate in a clinical trial, you can have all of the knowledge you need to make the best decision for you and your family. We also hope that we might spark an interest in your future career path that could include medicine and medical research.
What is a clinical research trial anyway? If you're wondering what a clinical research trial is, then here's what you should know.
Clinical research trials are research studies that help to look at new treatment for conditions. Clinical research studies help kids and adults living with long-term illnesses to find better ways to live each day with their conditions.
All clinical research studies are designed to help us understand if new medicines or treatments are safe, helpful, and well tolerated by kids.
Sometimes researchers study brand new drugs, vaccines, or medical devices, like my insulin pump.
Some researchers study new ways to look at existing treatments to see if they might be able to help with different conditions.
Like the drug I use to treat my urticaria is also used to treat asthma.
I think clinical research studies are really important because they help us give a new perspective on how we can help kids with illnesses.
Why did you decide to participate in a clinical research study?
Choosing to participate in clinical research studies can be a really good way to gain more knowledge.
Volunteers that enroll in a research study become participants.
By enrolling in a clinical research study, participants are able to help researchers understand how to prevent, treat, and detect disease.
Participating may provide researchers information leading to a cure for the condition too.
It can help me and it can also help others in different places across the world.
Healthy participants participate to help others in the future. Participants with medical conditions also like to help others.
They also participate to possibly receive a new medicine that is not currently on the market or to help other kids just like themselves. Some kids may enroll to get access to a new treatment because their current medicine is not working enough.
Many people like to know that they're helping to advance science around the world.
I decided to participate in a clinical study because I've always wanted to learn how to prevent, treat, and detect diseases. And I've always liked helping other people as well.
When I was 4 years old, my parents and I decided to help researchers by studying how toddlers ate and to better understand how to give medicine to kids. I was too little to fully understand, so my parents helped me make more of the decision. As I got older, I wanted to help my medical community and other kids, like me, to have better care and treatment. I then participated in a clinical study to help understand low blood sugar numbers and everyday kid activities. I shared my data to researchers to support a new collaborative group that was brought together to understand data from kids around the United States. By choosing to participate, I felt like I was making a positive difference to the world.
Who was present at your first research visit? At the first research visit, participants bring their parents or other grown-ups as they meet with the research team.
At my first research visit, I had my parents with me.
The research team may include a doctor or investigator. There may also be a nurse or someone called a coordinator there.
Whenever I participated in clinical research, my mom and dad were always with me. For my first meeting, I usually went to meet with a study coordinator that shares what the study will be like.
If the person needs help with translation too, an interpreter may also be there.
Some of the visits were also with doctors who were handling the research. It is nice because everyone is happy to have my help. What was your first meeting with the research team like?
The first meeting with the research team can be fun, exciting, scary, or even relieving after the anticipation for the first meeting.
Participants often explain that they felt a combination of feelings at their first meeting.
It is just like when they meet anyone for the very first time or experience a new situation.
I felt scared, but I also was really excited to get started.
It was great, actually. They kept things interesting. They told me everything they were going to do and what could happen, side effects and everything. They were helpful.
My first meetings have always been fun. I shared a lot of information about myself. I learned while we were doing research, and best of all, I knew that I was helping others.
The research team is there to help you answer any questions that you might have
and make sure that you're healthy and well during the study, so don't worry.
What type of questions did you have and who answered them? Some participants have a lot of questions and some have only a few.
In my case, I did not have very many questions because my mom was there to answer them.
Many kids want to know more about what's going to happen next or if they will be able to continue their favorite activities.
Each time I participate, my question is how much time it will take. I am active at school and I'm very focused on playing my sport.
Some want to know if they will be visiting a clinic or a hospital for the study, and some want to know if they will be meeting a new research team or their regular doctor.
I don't believe I had many questions, but my main questions were like what are the side effects, what are they doing things, and like why. And they pretty much explained everything as best they could to get me as comfortable as they could with like things they want to do.
Any question is a good question, and if you have a question, you should definitely ask it.
And the study team is there to help answer them.
So what did you understand about research being voluntary?
Volunteers that enroll in a research study become participants.
Voluntary research means that enrolling into the clinical research trial is the decision of you and your grown-up,
which can be a parent or a guardian.
This also means that anyone that agreed to participate can leave the study at any time for any reason, because it is voluntary.
I understand that during the process I could opt out at any time, or to tell them I want to stop and they could help me stop it at any time.
As a volunteer, I understand that I can start and stop the clinical research project anytime at my decision to participate.
I understood that I did not need to undergo the procedure, but I decided to anyway to help other kids and the doctors gain more knowledge on my type of disease.
What is an ascent? This is the word that is used when a child agrees to a study.
Assent is consent or permission that a person under the age of 18 gives to participate in a clinical research study.
Even though a child has not reached legal adult age,
they still need to provide permission to participate.
Assent is when I give my permission to participate. Consent is when my parents give my permission to participate.
What is a placebo?
A placebo is a harmless pill, liquid, or powder that has no active medicine in it. It is a fake.
A placebo is not the medicine itself, it's more of a spin-off type thing.
Placebos are given to usually understand how the active or new research pill, liquid, or powder works during a clinical research study.
Often by giving some participants placebo, researchers can quickly tell if the active research pill, liquid, or powder is working.
Participants are always told if placebos will be used in the study right at the beginning of the clinical research study.
But they are not told if they are receiving the active medicine or the placebo.
This is important to help researchers understand if medicine works compared to non-medicine.
When do you stop a research study, and what happens when you stop a research study?
No one has to be in a clinical research study, and no one has to stay in one.
Participants have the right to stop or leave a research study at any time.
So no one has to be in a clinical research study. It's all based on your choice, and you can definitely leave whenever you want to.
There should never be any pressure to stay in a study.
If I want to stop or leave a study, my team would be perfectly fine with it. It is all up to me.
When someone wants to leave a clinical research study, they have the right to continue their medicine and treatment just like before the study started.